Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Skincare with Chris Gibson. If you're new, I'm Chris. I am your skincare expert and I'm here to help you get your best skin ever. And on this channel, we talk about skincare products, skincare routines, skincare problems, and we fix those. So if that's your thing, do me a big favor and hit that subscription button and the little notification bell so that you know when my videos are up each week. Now that you've found me, don't lose me. Okay, today I'm gonna be giving you all an unbelievable way to stop, address, get rid of, remove, extricate from your life forever, bumpy skin, or as a lot of people like to call it, chicken skin. Yeah, let's not call it that. Let's call it what it really is, which is Keratosis Pilaris. Now it sounds like we're talking about a car, but anyway, that's what it's actually called, and a lot of people call it chicken skin, and is a very, very common problem. So what these actually are is a collection of, well shit, now it sounds like we're talking about art. Who writes this stuff? Oh yeah, I do. Okay, so really what these are is a collection of dead skin cells that have gotten trapped down in your pores around the hair follicle. And things like dry weather, genetics, skincare products can all kind of combine in a perfect storm to give you these things. And the interesting thing about these, if you want to call it interesting, is that you can get them anywhere except the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet. And yes, anywhere. But most often they occur on the thighs, on the upper arms, sometimes on the chest, usually on the cheekbones. That's usually where we find them. But no matter where they appear, I have the ways, well, of course I do. This is Skincare with Chris Gibson. I have the ways to help you get rid of them, or in this case, release them and keep them from coming back for good. Now, it's really, really important to make the distinction between keratosis pilaris and psoriasis. And a lot of people get the two confused because they look somewhat similar. Both of these conditions involve the protein keratin, which if you're thinking keratin, that's a hair protein, right? You're absolutely correct, it is. It is the protein that your hair follicle creates. But psoriasis is usually patchy, itchy, red raised areas, where keratosis pilaris is usually bumpy and over a large area of skin. And usually it doesn't itch, it's just sort of a rough area of raised bumps. And as usual, a visual aid would be most helpful, right? So this is what psoriasis generally looks like. And this is what keratosis pilaris generally looks like. Now, psoriasis is an autoimmune disease, which means it requires medications that are anti-inflammatory, like creams and lotions and pills that are basically cortisone. That's what you take for that. But cortisone will do absolutely nothing for keratosis pilaris. But what will cure this, wait for it, what is my favorite absolute step in a skincare routine? Exfoliation! And this makes sense since, oh my God, really? And this makes sense since the keratin that's produced by your body hair gets clogged down in your pores. And then the hair follicle gets trapped, which means it has to try to push its way out, which is how you get all those little bumps. So how do we get rid of them? Or how do we get rid of the look of them? By using this routine that I put together just for you. Now, the first step in this routine is a really simple one, but it's one that's really important. It is the basis of how to get rid of these. And that is you need to employ taking hot or warm to hot baths that last for at least 20 minutes. And the reason you want to do this is you want to soak in that tub and you want to let that hot water soften and sort of liquefy those bumps. That keratin and the dead skin cells that are trapped down in the pore will begin to loosen up, kind of soften up, and be easier to remove, which leads us to the next obvious step, which is exfoliation. And the way you want to do that is you want to use a body brush, or what I like to recommend is a Buff Puff gentle exfoliation body sponge. There's a difference between the facial sponge and the body sponge. This body sponge is a little wirier. The body sponge is a little wirier and wirier. The body sponge is a little wirier. Wirier. Anyway, it's a little wirier, a little coarser, and it will help open up those pores and begin to remove those bumps from the skin. Now look, you don't want to scrub them. So there's gonna be this deep need in you to want to scrub those things off, and you don't want to do that because if you irritate the skin, you're gonna stimulate your skin cells and the hair follicle to produce more keratin, and that's what we don't want. We don't want to produce more of these bumps. We're trying to get rid of them. Next, you want to use something like coconut oil to moisturize. Now, Coconut oil is a great moisturizer because it does not clog the pore, but it does help continue to soften whatever's left down in the pore of those little bumps, those little keratin bumps. The other great thing about coconut oil is it makes a really great body scrub. You can take 1 part coconut oil to 3 parts sugar, so it's about 1/4 cup to 3/4 cup of sugar, and mix that together. It makes a great dissolving body scrub that will help you exfoliate and hydrate your skin at the same time. Now, the next thing you want to do is be sure and moisturize these areas every single day with a really good AHA or BHA product like Alpha Hydroxy or Alpha Skincare now has a 14% cream lotion for the skin. It's really great. The alpha hydroxy or glycolic acids or BHAs, which is salicylic acids, will help liquefy what's down in that pore and help it naturally expel itself. It also will help moisturize. It will help speed up cellular turnover and help you keep from getting them again. Now, please do not use products that have mineral oil in them, petroleum, or wax, because you're just gonna go about blocking up the pores again. And those of you who follow me know that those 3 are on my big no-no list. And if you don't follow me, why don't you follow me? Huh? Now, a couple of great additional tips that will help you a lot with this is to make sure you're not wearing tight clothing or cloth up against your skin because it rubs and it will stimulate those little bumps to grow. The other thing is this time of year especially, the air is really, really dry, and dry air does not help this condition at all. So think about getting a humidifier, especially at night while you sleep, so it keeps the air moist and keeps your skin hydrated. Now, I hope you found this video helpful and informative because that's what I'm here for. Please, by all means, in the comments below, let me know what your biggest skincare concern is, because if I haven't made a video on it already, I probably will. So thank you so much for watching, subscribing. You guys are wonderful. Love you. Stay beautiful, and I will see you over on the next video.